Hey guys, just sharing with you the top tools that I used and owned in 2025, and they're fantastic tools. Some are a little pricier than others, but generally speaking, if you're looking for a gift for somebody and can't quite figure it out, you may be able to find it in some of the tools that I have here. And I will put links down below in the comments. Be sure to do your own price shopping, as prices do vary quite a bit. Now, this doesn't look like a tremendous amount. If you have a picky tool person and you're trying to find a present for them, if you give them one of these and they don't already own it, they'll probably be very, very excited and won't send it back in return. So that's pretty cool. So number one on my list is this Flke 17B multimeter. It goes for about $115 currently. And enough said. Even if you are like me and you have a drawer full of various multimeters, maybe a couple drawers of various multimeters, and someone gives you a Flke and you've never owned one before, it will become your favorite multimeter. It's kind of like a Rolex watch versus a Casio. They both tell great time, but only one of them is a Flke. So yeah, I love it. This is a lower end Flke. That's why it's only $115. They go way up in price. You'll see that they have actual accuracy data for these, and that's what makes it a Flke. These are real numbers and it's real data. So the only thing you need to know about this, and the reason this one is cheaper, is because the accuracy is not as tight. And yes, you can buy another brand meter that's even tighter and nicer, but you pull out the Flke, nobody questions you. And it also comes with a thermal probe. So again, I use this a lot. You see it in a lot of my videos. It's not just a brand recognition. It's just a super nice meter. It's got a backlit display. But again, this isn't a review of it. I'm just telling you that is one of my favorite tools. It was a gift to me from my wife. And I never owned a Flke before. And all I can say is it's a Flke. It's pretty freaking awesome. So next up on the list for me is dealing with electrical safety. Now you see my AI video about no contact voltage testers and some of my frustrations there, but this is a fantastic device to have. It's also the first one I ever had. Makes a great stocking stuffer. I want to say these are going for about, this particular one is about 15 bucks. What's really nice is for AC voltage, you just put it up on something. The tip, if you can see it, is enshrined in plastic, so it just kind of keeps the electric shock hazard low, and so I can just literally take it over here and go, oh, that cord is actually energized, or the cord up here is energized. So if I had this light turned off and I put it up against this, I can still see that this thing is energized even though the light's off. So it's pretty awesome. 15 bucks, makes great stocking stuffer. And the next thing that I like the most this year is this Dremel flex head here. So just this piece of it from here all the way up. They're about $36, and they make a huge difference over just having a regular Dremel. It's like when you're using them, you have so much more control. You can use it almost like a pencil. And so I'm really in love with my Dremel brand flex head. About 36 bucks. If you don't already have a motor for it, there's two options. You can go with a Milwaukee Rotary Tool. I did that just because I happened to have hordes of M12 batteries and didn't want to add another battery to my collection. But the Milwaukee Rotary Tool works with the flex head. You take your collar off and it'll screw right in. So I've been using that a lot. You'll see that in some of my videos, and loving it. So this is about 100 bucks here. I think it's 100 bucks with or without the battery, not positive, but I'll put links to what I know about in the show notes. And then you can get a $100 Dremel one with battery that attaches to the flex head. So if you don't happen to be a Milwaukee person, get them the Dremel motor for 100 bucks. Get them the flex shaft for 34. And then I want to say these are about 14, 15 bucks. Don't quote me on that in this video, but it's just a little kit full of different doodads. I use the sanders a lot to sand things down, and various cutting bits and stuff like that. So again, not a review, just letting you know that's probably my third most favorite tool of the year. And then it's hard to pick now because I'm looking at my list. So I think I'm just going to go ahead here Again, not trying to make a Milwaukee promo, but I really, if you're a Milwaukee person or if you have nothing, this is a great kind of universal driver. It's an M12 battery pack, which means you can use that battery pack in other Milwaukee M12s. And this is literally just considered to be a screwdriver. It is not particularly fast, but it does a good job, but it has a lot of torque for what it is. It's not an impact driver, it's just a screwdriver. But I go for this an awful lot more than I would have thought. So you can also, kind of in this favorite zone of number 4, is while you're getting the screwdriver, get them one of these. This happens to be DeWalt. Milwaukee also makes one, and they make an impact rated version of this as well, but it's just this flex little sleeve. So the hex bit goes into your drill like this. Okay, so you put your, these are about $7 or $8, so great stocking stuffer. So you put your screw on your bit, and then it slides up so that your screw won't wobble out of the bit while you're putting pressure on it. So it's a really great device. And then as you're screwing the hole in, it slides down, or you can pull it all the way back so you can see what's going on. So that little extension is worth its weight in gold. But this is all part of the driver setup. So anywhere from 60 to about $100 for these. Check at Home Depot, big box stores. They're probably on sale right now. M12, make sure it comes with a battery and charger if you don't already have one. This little flexible socket sleeve here for $7 or $8. You can do that. That's kind of a nice stocking stuffer on its own with nothing else. And then these are typically, they're pretty expensive, but right now, if you go to the big box, if you go to like Home Depot or something, I'm not currently affiliated with them. Can't say that won't be the case in the future. But these little hex bit things are awesome because they fit anything that fits into a 1/4 inch hex bit. These you now can put drills into. So for this is a 1/4 inch hex bit. Take it off, put it on. Now you got a drill. Again, this is not a full scale drill. You're going to be disappointed if you're thinking you got a whole power drill to do everything in the world, but it's great for most little things. So we have this driver, this screwdriver, M12 screwdriver, love it. It's a lower torque than a regular drill or an impact driver. This socket head slidey thingy, forgot what it's called, and these drill bits, and together you've got a fantastic little kit for somebody. And about $29 for these, $30 if you go to Home Depot. Find them on sale right now. They're usually like $60. I'll still link to what I know about so you can at least find what you're looking for. These are about $7 or $8, and this is anywhere from $60 to $100, especially if you already have M12 batteries. You can just get the bare tool cheaper. So love, love, love that. This combo here. Again, this would be a good stocking stuffer, just having these bits. As soon as I got the 1/4 inch hex shank on my drill bits, it really changed how I use drill bits, and it's just so much more efficient. Okay, next up is a splurge item for me. I'm going to call it a splurge item. It's a little bit pricey, about $150, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. They don't sell them in Home Depot in the store, but you can get them online. You can also get them on Zoro.com. Fantastic retailer for a lot of stuff. Not currently affiliated with either one of those, for the record. And I'll put links to what I know about in the show notes. Things that make this awesome are that it's really good for smaller electronics and stuff. This is not a construction screwdriver, so don't get it if you're going to be framing a house or taking about a car engine or something else like that. This is more at the electronics level, and it has a really great low torque setting. It's got 2 speeds, high and fast. And again, not trying to do a full review of it, but I'm just trying to say like it's just fantastic. And it uses an M4 battery, which is not M12 and it is not M18. So it has its own proprietary, we'll call it, its own battery size. So it's only used, this is the only M4 tool that Milwaukee makes. So if you're not a Milwaukee person, you can still buy this because you're not changing out battery types. You're not introducing a whole other like M12 battery into the system. It's just for this tool. So treat it sort of like that Dremel and the Dremel battery pack. It's its own battery tool. But I can't speak enough about this. I use it all the time, unscrewing light stuff. Like when I say light, it's got reasonable amount of torque, but like I'm taking all the screws off a diesel heater, I'll use this, or I'm trying to put a hose clamp on, I can put a long extension and I get it in a really tight space. So love this tool, 150 bucks, Milwaukee M4 screwdriver, 1/4-inch hex screwdriver. And I'll finish this off with this Weller soldering station, also a gift to me. And I had a Weller station before, an older version, but literally 30, 40 years old. I mean, it just lasts. And so you can definitely get, and it's just Fahrenheit or Celsius. Right now I've got it in Fahrenheit. I'm charging it up to about 750 degrees. And it's just, you know, this is about $115 just for the station itself with the soldering stand and soldering iron. So it's not going to break the bank. But I expect to probably have this till the end of my life. I mean, that's how good the Wellers are. So again, we're talking quality brand stuff. So don't mistake this for some of the offshore knockoffs. And so it runs great. So that's about $115 for the station. If you got somebody this, they'd be like, wow, that's a really nice soldering iron. Better than anything I've probably ever had before. And this is a replacement for the sponge. It's some sort of weird brass-like substance that you literally push your tip into. And again, if I were soldering all day long, I would use a sponge with some with water on it. But this, I didn't like at first when I got it. And I want to say it's probably $10 or $15, but it's really grown on me as a good replacement. So just tuck it in there under the thing and then just push it off and then you're done and you don't even have to go get your water. That's what those water bottles are for, by the way. So that's about $15. Don't forget it comes with a tip, but maybe get a set. It comes with you can buy a set of 5 tips for like 15 bucks, all different sizes. So that's really helpful to the soldering person. Again, I'll link that. And don't forget your solder. I personally like the 0.025 diameter solder. It's really thin compared to this thicker stuff, which is, well, I want to say this is like 0.6 millimeters in diameter here. And this one is 1 millimeter, and it's just a little too thick for my liking. So I'll link to a lead-free version of that. There are reasons to use lead over non-lead, but just be aware of that. And a little bit of flux too. So this is Kessler 186 soldering flux, and that bottle will just last for years. But again, so costs of these things are $115 for the soldering stand, $15 for 5 extra tips. You don't need it to start. $10 for a 3-pack of different sizes, so you can figure out what size you like of Weller brand solder. Again, not affiliated with Weller. I want to say about $15 for this, and maybe $15 for the flux. So sort of do the math there, but all complete, you can do it for probably under 150 bucks or so. Table math here, and but this is the big unit here. So if you were to give somebody this for 115 bucks, and they don't have an electronics soldering station, they're going to really like you for it. All right, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. Just a really quick holiday guide for you of my top picks for 2025 of tools that I actually come back to time and time again, and they are quality tools and they are permanently in my collection. And if any one of these tools were to break on me, I wouldn't hesitate to go out and buy a replacement for them. They're that good. And yeah, so that's it. So happy holidays, everybody. See you on the other side.